Vanessa's work has been seen on our stages before as movement director in Shane, and then of course in Frida, she was doing movement. You come from a movement background.
I do.
And we have some supernatural, I think we also show the supernatural through movement in the play. And we learn about people's interior psychology a little more too.
I'm really interested in how we do everyday gestures as just humans. As humans, we have a thing that we do, right? If we're nervous, do we do that? And so I really wanted to focus on each character having a gesture that tells their internal psychology of what's going on. And that movement, they are introduced, and whether the audience catches it or not, it is peppered throughout. And as the tension starts to really ratchet up, I put that gesture into a movement sequence so that we get to see like what's going on in their brain as we go on. But I also like to use movement, as I did in Shane. I think it's a really great transitional mechanism to keep a story propelling forward. In a lot of typical plays, a scene will finish and you just go to dark and then the lights come up and there's the next scene. I like to keep the momentum going through movement so we never see these characters turn off. We have to see what happens from that thing to this thing. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and also one of the opportunities Dracula gives us in every Dracula is that you get to see some Lucy specifically transform into a vampire. And it happens over the course of the play. Mm-hmm. And one of Vanessa's first questions when we started talking about doing this play was, what does that look like? Mm-hmm. And how does she physically change? And so those physical changes and watching her, we have these conversations in the rehearsal room that are like, well, your mortal body's dying and the demon's taking over, so what does that look like? You know, there's like amazing conversations about
like,
that stuff.
What does it feel like to see colors brighter or to smell things the way an animal would be able to start picking up scent, and like what does that do to your body and your spine and your head, and when you are in a moment of transformation, I feel like a lot of Draculas, they try to make that very beautiful and you know, Lucy dies and then rises, but it, you know, death is not a pretty thing, and so we're working on like what does that look like.
Yeah.